There is a way of spirit, a way of truth, a way of love. This is the way of O.
The Paper Plane is a modern cocktail, but it already behaves like a classic. It has a creator we can name, a place we can point to, and a moment in time that shaped exactly why it exists. The drink was created in 2007 by bartender Sam Ross at Milk and Honey in New York City. At the time, Milk and Honey wasn't just a bar. It was one of the quiet centers of the modern cocktail renaissance. It was a place built on rules, restraint, and respect for balance. Drinks there weren't designed to be loud. They were designed to be correct. Sam Ross was already known for creating the penicillin, a cocktail that helped reintroduce Scotch to a generation that had largely written it off. With the Paper Plane, he was solving a different problem. The brief was simple. Ross was asked to create a cocktail for a friend's birthday party at a bar called the Violet Hour in Chicago. The drink needed to be approachable, balanced, and repeatable. It needed to work for a wide range of palates without sacrificing structure, and it needed to fit within the language of the modern cocktail movement. The solution was radical in its simplicity: equal parts bourbon, Aperol, Amaro Nonino, and fresh lemon juice. At first glance, the drink looks almost too symmetrical to work. Equal parts cocktails often feel like exercises rather than expressions. But the Paper Plane succeeds because every ingredient was chosen for its role, not its prestige. Bourbon provides warmth and structure, but not smoke or aggression. Aperol brings bitterness and brightness, without overwhelming sweetness. Amaro Nonino adds depth, spice, and length, a bridge between the bourbon and the citrus. Lemon juice keeps the drink lifted and alive. Nothing dominates, nothing disappears. The drink was named after the song Paper Planes by MIA, which was playing in the background while Ross was developing it. The name stuck, and it turned out to be more fitting than anyone expected. A paper plane is light, fragile, and temporary. It doesn't last, it doesn't travel far, but when it works, it flies beautifully. The Paper Plane spread quickly among bartenders. Part of that was timing. By the late 2000s, the cocktail renaissance had matured enough that drinkers were open to bitterness, Amaro, and restraint. Another part was the recipe itself. Equal parts made it easy to remember, easy to teach, and easy to replicate, without distortion. But there was something deeper happening too. The Paper Plane represents a shift in how modern cocktails were being designed. Earlier, revival drinks often looked backward, reworking pre-prohibition templates, resurrecting lost formulas, restoring forgotten spirits. The Paper Plane wasn't restoring anything. It was building forward. It took the logic of a classic sour and replaced its assumptions. Instead of a base spirit, a sweetener, and an accent, every ingredient shared equal responsibility. Instead of sugar, bitterness carried sweetness. Instead of citrus supporting the drink, citrus defined it. This was not nostalgia. It was confidence. And like many modern classics, the Paper Plane didn't stay frozen. Variations appeared quickly. Different base spirits, different amari, different citrus. But the original held firm, because its balance was precise. Alter one component too far, and the structure collapses. There's also a quiet irony at the heart of the Paper Plane. One of its defining ingredients, Amaro Nonino, was relatively obscure outside of Italy before the drink's rise. As the Paper Plane spread, demand for Nonino followed. Bars stocked it specifically because the drink required it. In that way, the cocktail reshaped the back bar, not the other way around. Today, the Paper Plane appears on menus around the world. It's often described as easy to drink, but that simplicity is earned. Every ounce matters. Every choice is exposed. And that's why it belongs in the same conversation as older classics. The Paper Plane shows that modern cocktails don't need decades of mythology to matter. They need clarity of intention, they need balance, and they need restraint. It's a drink that doesn't pretend to be timeless. It simply behaves that way. Light, precise, and fleeting. A paper plane folded just right still flies. Now let's build it. Into a shaker, add 3/4 of an ounce of bourbon. For this, I'm using Elijah Craig small batch. Balanced, approachable, with enough structure to support the drink without taking it over. In an equal parts cocktail, That restraint matters. Next, 3/4 of an ounce of Aperol. Bright and gently bitter, Aperol lifts the drink and keeps the bourbon and citrus in balance. Follow with 3/4 of an ounce of Amaro Nonino. This brings depth and roundness, soft bitterness, subtle sweetness, and a quiet complexity that ties everything together. Finish with 3/4 of an ounce of fresh lemon juice. Clean and precise, it sharpens the edges and keeps the drink light on its feet. Add ice. Shake until fully chilled and well integrated. Double strain into a chilled coupe glass. And for those inclined, finish with a small paper plane garnish, a simple nod to the name and nothing more. That's the paper plane. Balanced, bright, built to stay light on its feet. If you like what you see, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you at the next drink, where we'll continue to be love and pour truth.